Hello guys, the TV Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have the top 16 of YCS Mini 2020, and we have Pete on Spright versus Cameron, the man Neo on branded Tearlament, and he's going to start off by activating Patchwork, so playing Poly and Edgem. Okay, deciding to play branded tier this weekend. There was a lot of people that played Bisted tier, Pure tier, Spright tier, not a whole lot of branded tier. But branded tier definitely isn't bad. Has a really good grind game too. Like an infinite grind game. Like, I mean, every tier build technically has like an infinite grind game because you can always like keep fusing. Now they're going to activate Shaylin effect. We can see Ash, Talons. Let it go through, discard Miri, Milk Keeper, Fallen of Albaz, and Patchwork. Alright, see a Magma Mutt in their hand. Probably, yeah, it'd be fair to say they play a small Bisted Dungeon. Miri effect Diffuse. And they're going to chain Druid Worm. Alright, so that's going to get banished. Next, so they have is branded in red, Poly, Magma, Edgem. You can't even chain Magma there because the opponent doesn't have any monsters. I had so many opponents trying to do that at the YCS. It happened like a lot, like way too many times. Alright, so we see Poly. We have Chimera, Masquerade, Mirror Jade, Mud Dragon. Also could go for like Lubellion if they really wanted to. Alright, yeah, I just activate Poly. I'm gonna read over Druid Worm. Okay. So does the Poly go through? I mean, it's not like the opponent could stop it, but yeah, I was gonna say, what are they gonna fuse for? So get rid of 3, go for Chimera. Doesn't want to summon the Magma Mutt first because we want to get Chimera effect. And the only way we can do that is if we only use one monster off field. So Chimera 1, Shaylin 2, Edgem 3. So Edgem's going to go search for Patchwork, and they're not going to Ash Blossom that because it's not even like the Patchwork's going to do anything this turn since they've already used one. So now it's just follow up. Yeah, searching through their deck. Oh, they milled one. Oh, so they're not going to use the Edgem. So just Chimera 1, Shaylin 2. Oh, okay, so they didn't realize that they milled one of the Patchworks off of the Shaylin effect. Alright, so that goes through now. So Shaylin's going to fuse. I mean, does that just make Lubellion? Or no, because you have branded in red in hand, so maybe you don't want to turn it off by putting back Fallen of Albaz, and you actually just put back like an Edgem, or you put back Magma Mutt because you don't want them being able to dark take it. And you can make Lubellion. Lubellion will get its effect. Also, wouldn't you wanted to have done Shaylin 1, Chimera 2, Edgem 3? I feel like that would have been like the proper chain link if it was done. Like if Edgem was able to be used as Shaylin 3, otherwise you would just do Shaylin 2, Chimera 1. So bring out Mud Dragon. Yeah, put back to the Magma Mutt. And then draw 2, get rid of Druid Worm. Can't use Druid Worm on anything because Mud Dragon makes it that way you can't target waters, and you can't target Chimera because there's Poly. Oh, see Planet be drawn. Okay. So is Albion the Shrouded Dragon, so Albion's going to give him a free draw. So free draw sounds good. And you get a free dump. Really dump anything you want. Okay, so they're going to Ash the planet. Not giving them a free search. That's probably just because, like, otherwise they could search out Rhino, summon Rhino. And they haven't done, like, branded fusion or anything. So they could still overlay. Maybe they're scared of that. They're going to dump Retribution. So that's good. You can banish that to set any branded spell or trap. Or add back from the graveyard. So put back to the bottom, draw one. Means like if we ever get like our tier effects to go off when we get to mill, we can mill branded fusion, use that, set branded fusion. Or even just use that to grab back the branded in red that we're gonna end up using. Yeah, so set branded in red. And then pass turn. Draw one. So Beaver, Blue, Talons. So that was a bad draw, of course. Because we already had a Beaver. You really only need one normal summon. Summon Beaver effect. That goes through. So I guess we'll find out how big of a package they play. We see another Beaver in deck. Yeah, just go summon Angler. So they have branded in red on Fawn of Albaz, which means they can set up Mirror Jade, and then Mirror Jade can banish what they're trying to go for, and give them follow-up. So blue, go grab Jet. I also don't know the last card in their hand. And then summon Jet effect. But it's not looking too good for branded tier here. There's 4 bodies on board and we're getting a free search. I think I just saw the main deck Spright double cross, which we saw Ryan Levine in top 32 do. See Carrot in their deck, Veiler, Ash, Called By. Okay, grab starter. Talons, that's not going to be live until they go branded in red or Mud Dragon effect. Or maybe they did Mud Dragon effect and draw phase or something. I'm not sure because they just like pointed at the cards. Maybe they're saying like they just both can't be targeted because, you know, Chimera's own effects and Mud Dragon's own effects. Yeah, looking at the graveyard, see if there's anything good to take, but they put the Magnum up back, which was good. It's like definitely a good play there. So link off. Go in the elf. And then they're gonna go elf effect, summon back out. Okay. Bring out one from grave. Maybe they just aren't expecting the branded in red. Okay, overlay now. Go for Gigantic. So instead of just starting by going with Gigantic, we're going to go Elf into Gigantic because we want a link to be underneath our Gigantic so that way it has big attack. We do need to start, you know, beating over stuff, but they're going to go branded in red to add back Fallen of Albaz, and then banish Fallen of Albaz, and banish Mud Dragon, then bring out Mirror Jade. And also Mirror Jade dumping Albia is really nice because that can go search instant fusion or branded fusion. So, you know, searching instant fusion sounds crazy. But it also plays in the imperm a lot. While searching branded fusion plays in the Ash Blossom, but they would have Ash Blossom the Albia graveyard effect anyways. Alright, so Mirror Jade effect, go banish Gigantic. Alright, so they still have talents live now. They did go through Elf effect. They only have one Beaver in deck if they do play another Angler. Okay, looking at the graveyard. Yeah, Retribution is... It's decent follow-up as long as YuGiOh goes through. Because all Retribution is going to do is grab back Branded in red, but they don't have anything in graveyard to target with it right now. Alright, activate talents. It's gonna take Mirror Jade. Alright. Trying to think, are they gonna try to go for game? Because they still have to out Chimera. That's not very easy to do. So they have Starter and Beaver in hand. Okay, go for Dark. And also, was Mirror Jade used in response to... Yeah, it was definitely used in response to the effect. So they can't even, like, Dark take anything that's not level 2. So end phase, they're going to go Albia. Yeah, like, this just didn't do anything. Like, you got rid of a Mirror Jade, but getting rid of Mirror Jade just doesn't do anything. Maybe could have just taken Chimera, switched it to attack. Oh, that wouldn't work though, because Mirror Jade was summoning attack, and it has 35, because Planet. But end phase, go search for Instant Fusion. Alright, so Instant Fusion does beat this. They draw a Keeper, they have Poly in hand. Yeah, so even if they like standby phase, go bring out Carrot, you just switch Guardian Chimera to attack, beat over Carrot. They don't have Elf to bring it back or anything. Or even if they did have Elf, you just go main phase 2, you know, first action, Instant Fusion. Keeper is good too. You can use it just to discard and go search. So that means we have Branded Fusion plus Instant Fusion. So activate Instant Fusion, pay 1,000, go summon. Then that brings out the Kikalos effect. Yeah, maybe they're thinking about hand trapping, or yeah, just bluffing a hand trap. So another card in hand's Beaver. Kikalos search. See rebranded in the deck. High Spirits, of course. Very good branded card. Tragedy, opening. We're gonna go search out Rhino. Alright, so we're gonna go Kit tag out in the Rhino just to get the mill 5 and like summon and dump. I don't think we're gonna want a normal, right? Because we have Keeper. Unless if we're gonna just normal summon out Keeper. Okay, yeah, normal summon Keeper, Keeper effect, discard Rhino. Yeah. And then that allows us to have like a free discard for Keeper because Kikalos summoning Rhino from hand or graveyard, there's no difference. Alright, so go search Branded Fusion. Yeah, Branded Fusion seems crazy there. Oh, they're gonna grab something else? Okay, yeah, grab Branded Fusion. And then activate Starter. Starter goes summon. Yeah, like hopefully this doesn't summon Carrot, because that just doesn't do anything. Okay, we summon Carrot. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything, because They can go kick Kalos, tag out, summon Rhino, mill 5, dump, Dragos to Palia if they want, or Kaleido or anything. Out your board, they have Planet Pop. Then they can activate Branded Fusion, and then Branded Fusion just go for game. And we know the card in hand's Beavers, so that's wraps. And even if that last card in hand, like, it can't be Nib now because Starter was activated, so they don't have to worry about Nib. So it can't be anything that'd be like that impactful anyhow. And there's so much follow up too. His banishment, that's just another interruption. Or I guess not, because we already had Branded in red. Engrave. But it wasn't live, but the banishment was live. Hits opening Aliber too. No tears. Dumps a Huffinus and Huffinus effect. Or, oh, that's a Sorner. That's not a Druid Worm. Okay. So they're going to get to use that to go dump any Branded. Or maybe Lubellion if they play it. Okay, so dumps rebranded. And then Huffinus resolves. So put back Huffinus. And then put back... I just want to say it's Kit, right? It's like super easy to go for game. Or what's the other fusion in the grave? Oh, I guess they do have like Mirror Jade and Albia. Or not. Oh, yeah, Mirror Jade, Albia. So they're going to make Kaleido then. And then Planet 1, target. Kaleido 2, target. Spin back Dark, pop Carrot. And then you could just go Retribution, add back Branded in red. Yeah, banish, target, add back. And then that's just game right there. Activate fusion. I don't get the point. Like, why do people stay in the game this long? Like, you're only not allowed to scoop in the finals, right? So you've been allowed to scoop. Why has this not happened? Like, the game has been over for like 5 minutes now. So now guess what's gonna happen? Watch. Look how much time is left. 26 minutes, right? So let's see how much time it takes when the next game starts. There is... Okay, 24 minutes. So with those 24 minutes, we're going to play out this game. And then next game, we could lose to burn cards. But I guess they are on branded tier. It's a little bit harder to burn in that deck. Alright, they're going to normal summon the Swap Frog effect. Then go dump Swap Frog. So they definitely have Sprights in hand. Or hopefully they have Sprights in hand. See, Beaver. Okay, so guarantees. Yeah, it looks like blue. Summon blue effect. Oh, they already have Jet in hand too. So they're going to go search red. Okay. Then special red, special jet effect, go search. You grab starter if you want, try to play around branded fusion. We also do play the trap card. Yeah, go search for double cross. Alright, special red, overlay, Gigantic, or Sprine, dump. Yeah, definitely go Sprine. You have a way better follow up that way. Sprine, dump Angler, bring out 2 Beavers. Now they could really end on whichever board they want. They go like Spright, Elf, Toad, Red. And then Spright can attach from Toad to bounce. Alright, bring out 2 beavers. Or they could overlay with the Spright. And okay, yeah, they're gonna do this. So make Gigantic. Gigantic effect. Detach, go summon. Yeah, it's really important to get that beaver engrave. See Eradicator in the deck. Oh wait, but they already have beaver in hand. Okay, so wasn't that important, obviously. But Gigantic, bring out Ipera. Oh, okay, so we play Ipera, beaver, and Swap Frog. Good amount of normal summons, for sure. Ipera, draw 1. Because that's like 6 minimum. Okay, now make Elf. Elf, summon Swap. Overlay Toad. Set back row, pass. But that doesn't even seem the greatest. It's like, yeah, okay, we're going to use the red. Summon effect. Summon back Swap Frog. Okay, so we get to keep Gigantic. Then go for Toad. Set back row, we have Imperm, Spright double cross, and then pass play. And then please tell me we don't Toad attach, go summon swap from deck. That'd be way too many Toads. Or too many Swap Frogs. They have High Spirits, Edge Imp. I think that's Talons. Oh, okay, activate opening. Probably during the draw phase. Opening is going to discard Edge Imp Chain. Go Special Aliber. They can Chain Block too. Chain Block with the Edge Imp Chain. We see Sphere Mode in the deck. That would have been good to draw. I think I saw Lubellion. Maybe just one of them. Having one Lubellion can be cool to help us so we can go Magma Mutt, search Lubellion, Lubellion, search Magma Mutt to like get you like an extra Bisted monster. That can be like a good thing with it, but also like in their deck, you can use it to like, you know, affect, bring out from deck, put into the spell and trap zone. So Aliber 1, Edge Imp Chain 2. They do have Imperm if they want to Imperm this. They're going to Chain Toad in response to Edge Imp Chain, and then if no response, Chain Imperm. Alright, looks like it's going through. And then they're going to get Toad effect, add back. So add back Beaver. So it has High Spirits. If they have a tier in hand, that's really good with that card. I see Druid's Worm. Activate the High Spirits. And then that's going to get rid of the Sorner. And then go dump Albia. Go search. So that's not bad. It's not nearly as good as just getting rid of a tier monster there. But we're still going to be able to activate it, get rid of that, go search for Albion, which is going to give us a draw. We're going to get Sorner effect to go dump. And that's going to go dump a Retribution. Okay. I guess that can add us back like High Spirits or Opening. Adding back High Spirits if Albion. You could add back, I guess, Opening or High Spirits. If Albion draws us into a tier and that gives us something to do on their turn. But really hoping that doesn't have to, you know, get back to their turn when we don't have anything. Because otherwise they have Spright, Elf, and Gigantic, so they're going to get a lot of bodies. Activate Albion. Albion, dump Branded Fusion. Oh, yeah, because we get to search that, and then, okay, that makes sense. Because now we have access to Branded Fusion because we can banish to add back. Because Albion allows us to go dump that. But they are going to use Elf to summon back Toad after they dump for cost. And then draw one. Well, at least we know that they're going to be able to force this Toad by grabbing back this Branded Fusion. Alright, looks like they're just thinking here about their plays. Maybe they have another way that they want to try to force out Toad. If they have like a Druvis Worm, it wouldn't really work. Just because they know that they have the double cross set. Oh, okay. Hits him with a Lava Golem on Toad Gigantic. So that was definitely drawn off Albion. Otherwise, they would have just dropped it on Elf. Or they would have just like dropped it on the board right away. Wouldn't have done it like that. Toad, add back Swap Frog. So now next turn they have Beaver normal summon, and they can discard the special summon out Swap Frog. So they do have a few bodies. That's gonna turn off the Sprind. That does so much. Wow, what a good Lava Golem. What's the spell in hand? Oh, is that the yeah. That's the spell that you play in the Bisted deck. That's the Chaos Space, and also can summon back out whenever the opponent summons. So if they ever want to use Elf now, you would, yeah. If they ever want to, well, I guess Elf's already been used, but if they ever want to use Elf like in the future, but I guess it's gonna get wiped anyway, so there's no point of even talking about that. Activate Branded Fusion. Yeah, the Imperm was definitely not in that column. So go dump Fawn of Albaz. Dumping a Tear would be decent. Not the greatest though. I mean, all you really get is a Mud Dragon out of it, right? You don't really want to put back Albio when you're still going to get value out of that card. So we could go dump like a Tragedy. Tragedy could get us a free search. Or dump Lubellion. Yeah, I like that. That lets us summon Albion instead of Lubellion. Albion instead of Lubellion sounds really good right here. Instead of discarding a card to try to fuse, we're going to try to banish the fuse. And banishing lets us get a draw. So they're going to read over Albion real quick. Alright, yeah, all it does is banish the summon. They're going to look at their graveyard. Maybe they have Crow. Oh, no, they have the Bisted monster. Okay. So they're thinking about chaining the Bisted monster to try to prevent this from doing anything. But they do have Aluber on field, which is a Despia. So this is like always going to resolve here. But maybe they're trying to hit the Albia to stop like a Dragos to Paleo specifically. Or do they hit Fawn of Albaz to prevent... Yeah, I think they're going to hit Albaz to try to prevent Mirror Jade. Okay. I mean, they didn't even, like, need to go for Mirror Jade anyways. Keeping Albion Graves free. It's a free search. Keeping Albion on field is good because you contribute it to bring out Lubellion. Looking through the extra deck. So, banish Aluber. Banish Edgem. Go summon Masquerade. And then new Chain Link. They're going to be able to... Okay, first of all, they're going to get burned for 600. Now they're going to be able to get the spell effects. So it looks like they're thinking about what they want to do. Oh, they're just going to attack? Is that not the spell I'm thinking it is? Is that a completely different one? If so, fair enough. I thought it was the Bisted one that is chaos based and summons back. Main phase 2, tribute Albion, bring out Lubellion. Then Lubellion effect, go put up the trap card. If it's there. We were going second this game. Okay, yeah, it goes ahead and brings that out. Yeah, this deck just has so much follow-up. So much follow-up. Like Masquerade, the Spell, High Spirits, Albia, Albion. So are they just going to go end phase now? Or are they going to go Beast Tribute Lubellion to go pop something? They're also going to take a good amount of damage off Lava Golem and Masquerade. It's just like a solid 16. Oh, okay. Go summon Druid Worm. So summon by banishing. Banish blue, summon. Spell effect, put back, make them draw. And then you can use the trap, tribute, pop, out something. You could tribute Druid Worm and out another card. Otherwise, the opponent could just say like, you know, battle phase and try to force, but then you have the spell to summon back if your opponent ever summons. Oh, drew Patchwork off the draw one. Grab Edgem, grab Poly. Okay. We got a Guardian Chimera play set up. Someone said, why didn't they bist it on the Toad? Well, crazy enough, it is not a darker light. Also, there's so many people that get mad about calling Bisted monsters DD Crow. I mean, they are just DD Crow, but for like darks and lights and only quick effects when monsters are on field, I don't think they're like that confusing. There's also only 9 minutes left in the round. Activate Poly. Use Edgem, Druid, Lubellion, or Masquerade. It's like, yeah, Masquerade's pretty okay to use. Having the interruption is good without needing your opponent to summon. And then effects are going to activate. So, Guardian Chimera 1. I can't tell what the chain links were there. But Chimera 1, Edgem 2, making sure they had enough Patchwork this time. Druid Worm 3, Druid Worm out the Magma. And then they're going to get to go search for Patchwork, draw one, out both their cards. They're just way too far ahead. Way too far ahead, yeah. Like, pop those, draw one. It's like, we just have a bunch of, like, blank bodies in hand that don't actually do anything. All they do is get us to get extract monsters, but you need 2 of them. And if you need 2 of them, then, you know, they can interrupt you. The spell plus the trap is just so powerful. You get so much free advantage off of it, especially when you have like a Magma Mutt in rotation. But Druid Room in rotation with it also isn't bad. Good amount of interruptions. They did draw Miri. They haven't normal summoned, but they did drop Lava Golem, so they have practically normal summoned because they can't normal. I don't know what they're thinking about here. Also, another thing is that the opponent gets into the extract, Masquerade can summon back. There's only 7 minutes left. They are also only up 2,800. But they're probably not feeling too bad about their position here. Oh, there's a time. Wait, was there a pause? Did something bad happen? Did I miss it? Oh no, I must have missed it. Aw, oh, come on now. Said activate chains effect to add patchwork a second time during the same turn. Oh yeah, it was used at the start of the turn because they went opening discard to go search. Okay, but good thing they didn't have any other cards in hand because that would have been bad. End phase, they get to set banishment, go search instant fusion. Yeah, that was a mistake. Yeah, it's definitely messed up a little bit this match. Cam's a really good player, but playing on stream, some people, you know, you could be a super good player, but playing on stream, it can just like really mess with you. And like if you mess up once when you're on stream, you get tilted over it, then like, you know, it could just like keep happening. But end phase, Magmamutt's gonna go search Druid Worm. I still think they have it in the bag though. I mean, there's 4 minutes and 24 seconds left, and they have to push through this. Getting to search Druid Worm is good, because I can stop your opponent from getting to their Druid Worm. Oh, they drew Eradicator. That's horrible. It's just a blank card for the rest of the match. Summon Beaver, Beaver effect, because this is the last turn of this game. So they're going to use their spell to summon back out Druid Worm. And then they're going to chain their Druid Worm to banish it. I mean, I guess you want to stop banishment. Because what's in their grave? Yeah, I wish we could see their graveyard, but the Druid Worm's good for them. But I guess they just want to stop banishment. Banishment's also a very strong card. But whatever they decide to do, they only got 3 minutes left to do it. You know, maybe just like think through the whole turn right now. Think about like, oh, if my opponent interrupts me here, so I'm going to try to do. Okay, uses those. Can't make Nightmare Phoenix with 2 beavers. So we know that's not going to happen. But we also know that wouldn't be a good play anyways. You're thinking about making Dark with 2 beavers. That's not going to happen. Yep, make Elf. It's really the only option there. Elf effect, try to special summon back. Target blue. Or I guess blue's put back. Target Jet. Okay, so that is fine. Bringing out Jet. You know, Cameron thinking about the plays there. Now they're going to get Jet effect to go search. They still have Beast that they can use at any time. And it's hard to get damage in 2 minutes. I mean, it has taken like a pretty long time for them to make Elf and Elsa and back Jet. Alright, so Jet's gonna search Smashers. They could activate Smashers, try to force. Oh, there's 9 minutes and 36 seconds left. Oh, okay. That's a big difference, obviously. Alright, well, Still hard to push through this. Still a lot of follow-up. Druid Worm is going to be able to trade with the trap card, so then they're never going to want to activate the trap card, because then Druid Worm is going to be on board for free. And I guess they get a draw out of it. Masquerade can summon itself. They have opening to protect. So overlay, make gigantic. Okay. So if they use gigantic effect, then they're not going to be able to activate Druid Worm after that, or the trap card. They're going to chain Beast to try to pop it. They could chain Smashers. You'd have to chain Smashers and Druid Worm, but then they get their banishment to go through. So okay, so they're gonna activate Smashers, banish for cost, and see if the opponent chains anything, which they're not going to. Right? You're not gonna chain that because you know they have Druid Worm. You're not gonna let them have that for free. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yep. Let's say it's okay. Don't do it. No, no, no. You know they have Druid Worm. Aw, because now they're just going to chain the Druid Worm. And then that's just a free body. Where... Because, like, you know that they have Swap Frog in hand, and Beaver, and Druid Worm. So you pretty much know that unless they drew a Spright, like, specifically, they're going to have to summon the Druid Worm to be able to do anything else with the Swap Frog. It's not like Swap Frog by itself does anything. There's no Ronin Totem. So then you're putting their top deck on be a Spright. They can get their spell effect to put back and draw. So put back Chimera, draw. Just having more cards to push into the board next turn. Discard Beaver, special summon Swap Frog. I mean, sure, make Elf, Druid Worm out Lubellion, attack for 14. Masquerade could summon the block it if they want to, even. Yeah, it's just wraps. It really is. Druid Worm out that. I guess, yeah, Dark, but... What does Dark summon? Because they're under gigantic lock. Okay, yeah, so no Dark effect. Man, there's been a decent amount of misplays, but Dark attack, Masquerade, dodge it, yup. We're not taking any damage from that. There's only 6 minutes left. Going back into our turn, and we have a lot to do. We searched Instant Fusion. We have our trap, we have our spell. I'm confused. Oh, he can't even use Masquerade because he's locked under Gigantic too. Okay, okay. Yeah. I mean, that obviously. He can't use Dark, he's locked under Gigantic. Can't use that, he's locked under Gigantic. I mean, he never even needed to use Masquerade. It was kind of just like, whatever. Yeah, you could just Instant Fusion and combo. There's 5 minutes. You have plenty of time as long as you just, like, go for it. Because once you activate Instant Fusion, you are actually 50 life points under the opponent, so you don't want to, like, somehow lose to that. Summon Fallen of Albaz, effect. They're going to discard Branded in red. And then use those, make Mirror Jade. You won't get Dark Effect to search. Okay, so now all they have is one set card. And that set card is just never going to get them there. Activated the Bisted monster, go banish. Yeah, try to banish Jet. Yep, And then that's game. You can just summon and go battle phase attack, even if it's started. You have Mirror Jade out it. Okay, so we're going to end up seeing Cam the Man Neil win 2-0 and moving on into the top 8. And I will be posting the top 8, top 4, and finals probably either way later tonight or tomorrow. I have to record those like a couple hours from now. With all that being said, the DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.